The notion that science is satanic and deceptive to faithful Christians is a perspective that has been perpetuated by some individuals who view the discipline as being in conflict with their religious beliefs. This mindset stems from a perceived incompatibility between scientific theories and biblical teachings, leading some to believe that science is intentionally misleading and working against the interests of Christians. At the heart of this argument is the idea that science seeks to undermine the authority of the Bible and the Christian faith. Proponents of this view often point to scientific theories such as evolution, which they see as contradicting the biblical account of creation. They argue that by accepting evolutionary theory, Christians are essentially rejecting the biblical narrative and thereby compromising their faith. Furthermore, they contend that scientists are actively working to suppress any evidence that might support the biblical account, instead promoting a secular, humanistic worldview that is antithetical to Christian values. Another area of contention is the scientific method itself, which some view as being inherently flawed and biased against religious perspectives. They argue that the emphasis on empirical evidence and testability is somehow inherently satanic, as it prioritizes human observation and reason over divine revelation. This critique often extends to the scientific community, with some accusing scientists of being elitist and dismissive of religious beliefs, thereby creating a culture of intellectual arrogance that is hostile to faith. Moreover, some faithful Christians believe that science is lying to them by promoting a worldview that is devoid of moral and spiritual significance. They argue that scientific theories, such as the Big Bang and cosmological evolution, are attempts to explain the origins of the universe without reference to a divine creator. This, they claim, is a deliberate attempt to eliminate God from the equation and reduce human existence to mere chance and materialism. By doing so, science is seen as perpetuating a false narrative that undermines the Christian understanding of the world and humanity's place within it. However, it is essential to recognize that this perspective is not universally held among Christians, and many people of faith see no inherent conflict between science and their religious beliefs. In fact, numerous Christian scientists and theologians have argued that science and faith are complementary, rather than contradictory, pursuits. They contend that the scientific method can be a powerful tool for understanding the natural world, which is itself a manifestation of God's creation. By embracing science, Christians can gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and beauty of the world around them, ultimately enriching their faith rather than diminishing it. Ultimately, the claim that science is satanic and deceptive to faithful Christians is a complex and multifaceted issue, driven by a range of factors including theological, philosophical, and cultural concerns. While some individuals may perceive a conflict between science and their religious beliefs, others see the two as interconnected and mutually enriching. Rather than viewing science as a threat to faith, many Christians recognize the value of scientific inquiry in illuminating the wonders of creation and deepening our understanding of the world. By engaging in open and respectful dialogue, scientists and people of faith can work together to build bridges of understanding, fostering a more nuanced and inclusive appreciation for the complex interplay between science, faith, and human existence.